Hello, everybody. Welcome back to Ventthis. And, of course, we're here to waste another good hour of your time. I'm here with Paul.
Enrich their lives, you mean? Enrich their lives, Chrissy. People have nothing going on. Thank God we're here.
True.
That's just my internal monologue. I don't know. Maybe.
Yes,
Don't mean to interrupt.
Paul and I do feel on some level that we sort of help people. At least we hope we do. And
Better than most therapists. We come to resolve.
Dr. Roseberry, I think you have a point there.
Right?
Yes.
Yeah, we don't just say, how does that make you feel? We know how it makes you feel. It makes you feel pissed off. That's why you wrote in. Now we break it down with you and get somewhere.
And
we should be charging at least $200-300 an hour. At least.
You're right. If you sign up for us, we'll put up a little $sign and make sure you.
We should start a Patreon. No, you know what? Actually, hold on. Not to think out loud. We should start a Patreon where people can write in, and if we can, we take our favorite picks as we do. But anyone who we can't get to you can pay, and we'll break it down. You can be sure we'll break it down on our Patreon. We'll do it separately. We just got to get paid for that. That's a thought. Anyway, we'll come back to that another time. We're recording. But just for the enterprise that is the Ventthis world, Ventthis universe, as we're expanding here.
Oh, yeah. We're in Europe.
Make sure we can help everybody. Want to make sure we can help everybody.
Well, today's episode is titled, let me get my trusty, Where Can I Hide? And I've often thought about that for myself. Yeah, well, here we are. So why don't we get started with our first vent? Are you down, Dr. Roseberry?
I love it. I would go by Dr. Roseberry if I could just spell it with like an E or something, so it wasn't like
your real name.
Be sued. But yeah, exactly. I change my first name to Doctor. Dokter, Doctor. Dr. Roseberry. I love it. Let her rip.
Let her rip, Loretta.
Recently, my husband's relatives came to visit, and they stayed far too long. But that's not the issue. They have no respect for my home. They never help clean the dishes. They put their dirty feet on the couch and don't give room for others to sit. When they use the car, they never fill up the tank.
What?
They watch TV all hours of the night, and I can't sleep. Help! I've discussed this with my husband, but he gets upset because he feels since they come once a year, we should put up with it. What do I do?
Oh.
Divorce your husband? No, just kidding.
Yeah. Stab him.
That's tough. You know the old adage, you can't pick your family, you can't pick your relatives. Well, here's a prime example of having relatives that you don't want around. I mean, I don't mind having relatives around. We do that all the time here. But when they take advantage...
It's the shitty ones.
Yeah.
Yeah.
When they take advantage of you and, eat all the food, like she said, or, whoever that was, he or she, after a while...
She, because she mentioned it's her husband's parents. Yeah.
Oh, they...
Unless it's like two gay guys. I don't know. But yeah, probably a woman.
It's unbearable because you get up and you think, crap, I got to cook for them again. They're going to need the car and I got errands to do. It becomes a burden.
There's no appreciation. Because she said that they overstayed. Overstayed is such a relative statement. You know what I mean? Because someone who you like can overstay, but it might take a while.
Yeah.
Someone who you hate can overstay in a fraction of that time.
Yep.
Someone who you can't stand can overstay in 3 days, whereas someone you like could stay 2 weeks and be like,
Or what if you like them, but they have overstayed? Now they're becoming a burden or they're on your nerves.
Well, sure, but that's an issue. But I get with this woman, it's happening out the gate. It sounds because these are this is good hospitality. These people are sharing their car with their guests, like, hey, just here's my keys, take my car. That's great. I mean, that's a really nice thing to do. You don't fill the tank, and these are parents. Are you less off than your kid? Are you broke? You have no money. You can't put $10. At least replace what you used.
Yeah.
You would think usually a parent comes that, they want to fill your fridge. They want to, do these
Yeah.
things when you're younger. There's a little bit of like a, provider kind of thing. You're not a provider. You're a consumer, like what do they call it? Like a parasite versus a host. They're parasitic. These people sound. The
You
real
know,
problem I'm here. Huh?
yeah.
What's that?
No, sorry. Go ahead.
I say the real problem here, because I've seen this in people's relationships, uh, in some similar different context, but similar scenario, is that the husband doesn't seem to have the authority within himself to lay down any
Say
law
get
with the
lost.
parents. He doesn't have it in him to break it down, because she's not saying, I doubt that he's like firm and is like, look, you guys, you got to get with it. This is not how you do it. Take him aside privately, and they still do it. I bet he doesn't know how to address them, and is timid to his parents. And that's not, you don't want to be there. And the thing is, he has to be the one to do it. He has to be. She can't snap off on her in-laws, even diplomatically. With diplomacy, she can't go there, because if they're so sensitive they can't hear it from him, then even if she's reasonable, she's going to sound like she's yelling. She's going to sound like she's attacking. It's going to sound offensive, and then it's going to create a rift. And you're going to be dealing with the ripples of this forever, because then the parents are going to leave early. It's going to be this thing. And then, it's going to be talked about for weeks or months. Oh, well, my parents are afraid to come back because of you or whatever. And then it's like, well,
Yeah.
good, but no,
It's
because now we
ugly.
got our, it's ugly.
And she could just say, I'll be back, leave at 9 and come home at 10 at night. Oh, sorry, I had a meeting. Or, oh, I had to do grocery shopping. I don't know, maybe drop a
Yeah.
few hints.
I like what you're saying, Chrissy. Maybe invent some shit to do. Join a bowling league,
Yeah, it's bowling
just for
night.
that. Yeah, something, whatever. Just
Oh,
a
yeah.
knitting club, a book club. Join a book club, a
No,
meetup, go on meetup. What do you got, Chrissy?
didn't I tell you? I'm so sorry. Monday night's bowling. Oh, okay, that's wonderful. And I can't bring anyone. Oh, I'm so sorry. And Tuesday is my knitting club, so I'll be gone from
Yeah.
7 to 9.
Yeah.
And did I mention I'm in a reading club on Wednesday from 5 to 11, but I'm home, I'm free after that. Oh, and you're leaving Thursday? Oh my gosh, I'm so sorry.
I
Yeah, you're
think
right.
like, but that's ancillary. I think that's a secondary approach. I would like to see this woman have a sit down chat with her husband, because this is going to come up in other areas. I'm sure it has. If he doesn't have the guts to be forward with his own parents, he's got to protect his wife. You know what? As life goes on, you have different hierarchy of loyalty.
That's right. It
When you're a kid,
changes.
it
It
does.
changes. It does. It does.
Yeah. So his
And
loyalty is now to the spouse,
yeah, well,
secondary to the parents,
it's
secondary to the parents. It's got to be
yeah,
a
it has
hundred
to be.
percent. It must be,
And the parents should understand that. The parents
or
should
deal with it. They
yeah,
should. So what do we say? We're telling her, look, have a sit down with your husband and
yeah.
let him know he's got to sack up. He's got to put his big boy pants on. He's got to go talk to his dad and his mom. Realistically, I'll go so far. I'll go out on a limb. He's got to go talk to his mom. I think this is probably a female dominated environment. I bet the
Oh,
father, no, listen, hear me out. I bet the father has no pants in the relationship with the mother. And it's the mother, because listen, there's no checks and balances. Two reasonable people, out of two reasonable people, one of them would have caught some of these things and said to the other, hey, God, we're kind of being a little much when we're guesting over here. It's when there's no checks and balances at all. And that's when it gets most uncomfortable, I think, is when the guy doesn't have a voice with his wife. And then anyway, we could go on and on, but I bet you that's what's going on. I bet.
I
And
I
then
have
the
an
wife is going
idea.
to be super sensitive.
Yeah.
She can't handle any constructive criticism. And then she's going to make a big thing. And then she's going to send the husband to want an apology. And he's going to show up with his tail between his legs like a whipped dog, trying to get you to apologize to her for what you said that was
Oh,
reasonable to her.
Jesus. This is
I'm going to put on a psychic hat with a little jewel on the front. I know this family. I know what's going on.
Or
Or
you pretend you're on the phone. Oh, really? Oh, I didn't realize they're having promotions at the Holiday Inn. What a coincidence. Hold on. You hang up the phone. You know what? I just got a call saying they've got promotions at the Holiday Inn. You can stay there for $60 a night. What a great idea. Your
yeah,
own
yeah,
room.
yeah.
Why don't we check it out? Meanwhile, I can
I'd say
see,
we could.
yeah.
I was gonna say, I'd say we could drive over, take a look now. Does the car have any gas in it? By the way, I know you were in it last. I haven't had a chance to look. I haven't driven
Yeah.
it in 3 days. Did you get a chance to look? Do we have enough gas to get to the Holiday Inn?
Yeah, and there's the popcorn cleaned up in the back because I got a lot of groceries. I know you guys went to the movies
Unbelievable.
without us, so yeah, why not? It's a sticky situation. I don't know how to help the venter, but it's sticky.
You know what? Oh, this would be hilarious. You know, it'd be really hilarious. You do a little role play
Let's do it.
and you say, look, you go, the parents come home. Parents come home. The wife is in the kitchen. She's wherever in the living room hanging out. She's on the phone with her friend.
Excellent.
And the friend's parents are a pain in the ass when they visit. And so the wife is like, you're kidding me. They what? No. Oh my God. Oh, really? Oh my God, that sounds horrible. And then she gets off phone. She goes, you're never going to believe it. My friend, her in-laws are visiting. They're the worst. Listen to what they do. They use the car. They don't put any gas in it. All this. What do you think? These people, what should she do? Should she talk to them? I don't know. What do you think? Think reasonable people like you. What's your opinion?
I like it. I say
That's how
they
you do it.
use
You
it.
corner them,
That's a good
and then you
one.
see, and it's a good way to know if they're if they're insane or rude. Because if they're insane, they go, "Oh, who would act like that?"
Yeah.
No, you have to put gas in the car. Oh, you have to this and that. And
Who
then
would
you know
do
they're
that?
totally nuts. They're totally nuts because they've never, But if they're like, well, some people, hey, they come and visit their kids, they want to be able to relax, So what if they use then they're rude. So you first got to identify, are they insane or are they rude? They could be both. Anyway, that's a fun one.
That's a good one.
Fun for us. But yeah, I would love to hear. Venter, if you take us up on that, let us know how it goes. That's your scenario. If you do it, we want to hear about it.
Yeah, and write to Paul because I really don't want to know if things went sour. Let Paul handle that.
I got no problem. I got no
Yeah.
problem. You know why?
Okay.
No, listen, because the venter is based in reality. The venter's complaints are very valid. They're not, hypersensitive. Very valid complaints. And if you can't have any sort of a conversation with either the in-laws who are doing that or your husband who's letting it happen, and an attempt at a conversation leads to a new relationship, good for you. Good for you. You don't want to carry those clowns for the rest of your life. You know what I mean? I hope they're not clowns. I hope they come to resolve. But otherwise, if you speaking your truth in a very reasonable means leads to the end of a relationship with people who are not reasonable, good for you. Invite us to your next wedding.
Or how about this? And then we'll end this vent. How about this for an idea? Hey, it's game night tonight. Everybody up for a game? Yeah, sure. What's the game? Well, let me give you the categories. Relatives who don't put gas in the car for 500.
You're amazing.
People who stay over more than 3 days for 600, and you have the whole game. And you're like, isn't this great? Let's play. You could imagine
Yeah.
the husband's like, I'm gonna freaking to
Yeah,
the
and you have
moon,
different
Alice.
penalties.
Yeah.
Different penalties for different dollar amounts, for like you go down the list for 200, you say something about it. For 300, you start taking things out of their bag and throwing it away. So they have to look for it. For like 500, you take all their clothes when they're in the shower and pull the smoke alarm and then make them run out in front of the neighborhood and then tell everybody how
great.
rude they are. That's different outcomes.
Nice.
Yeah. I like it,
All
Chrissy.
right. Yeah. Let's move on to the next one, Loretta.
Boom.
Boom.
At work, we have a community microwave, so at lunch we can all use it. There are some people who think that microwaving cod, salmon, and halibut is okay. The smell is so bad you lose your appetite. How do we solve the problem?
You have put up a sign that said, we don't hire Asians.
Oh, for God's sakes, Paul. No, you put up a sign. You make a good point. You put up a sign, please do not microwave fish. Can't somebody put that sign up? Is that wrong?
Yeah. Yeah. It just like the Jesus symbol, just an outline of a fish, and then just a line through it. No fish.
Exactly. And then how do you think that, I mean, we don't even do that in our house because the microwave stinks, the house stinks. We barely cook a fish in the house, forget the microwave, because it stinks. I mean, common sense tells you you're going to make the whole office smell. Why would you do that? I hope the person who is doing this listens to our show and stops because that is so fishy.
It is fishy. I I'm pissed listening to this. Like
Yeah.
this is so oblivious.
Yeah.
It's so oblivious. Like it's just so self-centered. And again, you've got to isolate rude or crazy. Start there, because is this like Gertrude, who wears muumuus and, like she's aloof and she just doesn't know? Or, or is it someone for real? Is it someone who's Asian and it's so ingrained in their culture they don't realize that it doesn't even seem weird to them. They're used to like I tell you, when I lived in New York City, I used to think a lot of Asian people were really rude when it came to the subways because they just blast into you. They would just come running and just bang off from you. And you're just like, who the hell? They'd be so uptight, close to get, and you're like, get lost. You have no sense of personal boundaries. Then I found out in their culture, in many Asian cultures, in major cities, they pack in the subways. Like they're
Yeah.
used to touching each other. So it's not that they don't get it. It's that they're culturally
Yeah.
conditioned to a different level of norm.
Sure.
So it could be someone who it doesn't even cross their mind that nobody else cooks fish in the microwave. They've never stopped to think about it. They're like, no way, really? Nobody else microwaves fish? So, there's like the Maslow's what is it? The hierarchy of need, the like Ventthis hierarchy of politeness. You start with maybe you didn't know. Hey, maybe you didn't know. I want to chat with you just for a sec. You're kind of grossing everyone out.
Yeah.
We call you the fish man behind your back. You don't get invited to holiday parties outside of the office. I don't know if you've noticed that. Last year at the Christmas party, you're the only one who didn't get a gift
Because you smell like fish.
because you're the fish man.
Yeah.
It wasn't an accident. There were enough gifts. We had 2 extra gifts. We threw them in a closet.
Because it's
Someone took them home at the end.
Yeah, exactly.
We're sick of your fish.
We're sick of your fish. Fess up.
If you could just make a deal with us to not microwave fish, I could probably get you a spot on the softball team.
Oh.
You know what I mean?
So
We
you're
can maybe carpool sometimes, save you money on gas.
just
We're willing to
don't-
play ball.
Okay.
What do you need from us to start living a cold fish lunch lifestyle? What do you need from us? Maybe chicken. Maybe chicken. Have you heard of chicken? The chicken of the sea. Just it doesn't have to be from the sea. There's a land chicken, and it doesn't stink when you cook it. And then
Yeah.
if they're like, screw you, bro. I am with my fish. And you say, all right, well, see what
Yeah.
happens. Maybe your stapler runs out of staples a lot more often, Maybe your pens disappear pretty frequently. I don't
Yeah.
know.
Maybe your chair's gone and you got to stand all day.
Yeah, maybe there's a tack in it.
Yeah. There's a tack on your chair.
Small little tack, not enough to take you out, not enough to draw blood, probably, but enough that you'll wish that hadn't happened.
Or you
Yeah.
yeah, fish oil on his doorknob. And he smells like it
Wow.
all day.
Wow. You think this guy's got an office? That's great. How about on the handle of his car? Oh,
Excellent.
that's getting dirty. That's getting
Yeah.
dirty, though. That's getting yeah, you got to do something. You
Yeah.
got to do something. Remember, was it Full Metal Jacket when, remember Private Pyle? They gave him the sock treatment in the night. All the other troops, they put a bar of soap in their sock and they came in the night while he was sleeping and they all beat him with a sock with a soap. I mean, it's brutal. It's brutal. He's getting, but he got
Why?
hit by
Because he
everybody.
stunk?
He had some other issues.
Oh, I
They
didn't
don't
see the
have to go
movie.
yeah, no, yeah. They didn't have to go they don't have to go this far with the fish man, but just make him let him know, and you don't do it if he doesn't respond well to one person being polite, then you have to go with a show of force. And you need 6 or 7 people who are all got each other's back. And you get it while he's sitting down and you're standing up. You have to have that mental psychological authority position. He's sitting down and you roll deep
And
standing up.
and it'll work, Paul, because you know why? That
A lot
person
of
will get
reasons.
scared. They'll go to the boss and go, "Hey, I'm getting weird vibes from my coworkers because of my fish." You'll find out who it is. Because right now they don't know who it is. And that's a good way to find out.
Yeah.
All
And when
right.
they go to the boss, and you got to, if you can get the boss on your side within the realm of good taste, so it doesn't go to HR, but the boss's reaction could be like, really? What kind of fish do you like to heat up? And just let it get weird for a minute, Like, do you notice an odor to that fish? Not saying you can't eat whatever you want. How do you feel about the fish? Do you notice a stink? Does it stink? I'll
You,
talk to whoever I have to. I'll figure out who these people are. I'm just trying to figure out their mindset. Why would they be so upset? Do you think they may have a point? Is what they're doing wrong? Maybe. And I'll deal with it if it is. But are they right? You know, maybe doing some cutbacks in the next quarter. We'll only be able to keep so many.
yeah, you
Maybe
could
fish
bring,
eaters, maybe fish eaters have to look for new jobs. Just saying. Wouldn't fire you over eating stinky fish, but it might be harder to hang on to you if we're already making cutbacks.
if you know what
Might
I
be top
mean.
of the fish list.
Yeah, the fish chain.
Yeah.
You
You might
just
get swallowed up by a bigger fish.
you baited him. Oh,
Baited him. You baited
excellent.
him. Do you get the hook? You get the
Yeah,
hook, fishy?
because you'll be on the hook, Fisher.
Yeah. Yeah, just little subtle things. Yeah, maybe you just when he's in the bathroom at some point, you put like a fish, like a fake fish with like a hook in the mouth on his desk, and no one admits to who it was.
With somebody with their finger on their nose, just to give them an idea. Yeah,
Godfather style, you put just a chopped fish head in some paper,
yes.
and he opens it up, and it's just tonight, today you don't eat with the fishes.
You swim with them.
Wow.
Wow, I just sort of got went into a trance for a minute there. I think it's time we move on to the next event.
I say so too.
Wow.
I'm like a
I'm like
fish
a
out of
fish out of
water.
water. Yeah,
Yeah,
nice.
yeah, yeah, right there. In the same vent tone, Chrissy, we're right there. There's a reason we make a good team.
You got that right. All right, let's go, Loretta.
My vent. My neighbor doesn't have a car, and she sits in her window on the weekends waiting for me to go out so she can hitch a ride. At first, I didn't mind, but this has been going on now for over a year. I'm trying to be patient. I dread leaving the house now. I wouldn't mind once in a while, but it's every time. What is the best way to stop this while still being a good neighbor? Signed, Annoyed Neighbor.
You
Hate to
can't
see
be a
that.
good neighbor. It's impossible. Every time you leave the house, you got to do like a Navy SEAL move where you're trying to hide behind trees, crawling on the grass just to get into your car because the lady or the guy sitting at their bay window waiting for you to get out. It's impossible. I don't know what you do with that.
You know what? Money. Just bring it
Money.
into money. Yeah, no, because look, let's be real. The person wants a ride somewhere, and you're not the only one who gives strangers rides. Uber does it, Lyft does it, taxis do it. But they want a ride from you because you're doing it for free. So you just got to let them know. Be like, hey man, look, you know, I know you don't own a car, so maybe you don't realize a lot of expenses. You got to buy a car, you got to maintain a car, got to insure a car, and you got to put gas in a car. Not to mention, if that car is going to drive you around, you got to have a body in that car, unless you're Waymo. So, you want rides? We can work this out. What we'll do is this: we'll go on Uber and we'll see what the ride would cost on Uber. And then we're going to factor in that I don't drive for Uber because I don't want to drive for Uber. I have no interest in being an Uber driver. So then we're going to premium it up to 1.8 times the cost of Uber because you're asking me to do something I don't want to do a job that I don't have. But I'll do it for 1.8. Uber says the ride is $10. I'll do it for 18. Now, now I'm just letting you know. If you love my company more than Uber driver, I get it. I'm a fun guy. I'm cool. Do I listen to better music? Probably. My car smell better? Maybe. I hope so. 1.8. It's easy math. You can do it with your phone. I'll do it on mine. We'll come to the same answer. I'll be right. If yours is lower, then I'm the one who's right. But then you just let her know. And then from there on in, it's great. And as with anything, you know, cup of sugar, no problem. Just bring me 1.8 cups tomorrow.
Oh, it doesn't
Whatever
have to
it
be
is.
cash.
Oh, no. I'm saying for anything moving forward. Oh, yeah. You need to borrow a couple eggs. You short a couple eggs for some pancakes. I get it. No problem. Bring me 3 eggs tomorrow. This is who we are now. Because you're a user. You're a user. You're a free ride Freddy. That's who you are. You're a window sitting free rider. And this car doesn't go that direction.
So you're saying from the get-go, or do it a few times, make them happy, or just say, hey, look, I'll just do what you want. You know what? You don't need to leave the house. You need eggs? I'll go buy eggs. You know, just tell me what you need.
If you buy my eggs too. No, you know what? No, listen, this doesn't sound like someone they want to know. They're saying the neighbor's sitting in the window watching,
Right.
meaning that this isn't like, oh, every time I pop over to see my tight friend who I'm neighbors with, then it comes up. They don't even sound like friends. Who cares if this neighbor, like, don't be friends with this neighbor. Just let this neighbor know. Yeah, look,
Yeah, but I think they
I'm
already
going,
were friends because they're a neighbor, and then suddenly, who
you got to
knows?
come up with a price. You got to come up with a price.
It's cold. It's
Or just
cold.
be honest. Just be like, no. Just be like, I can't. Like, but you're going in the same direction. Oh, sorry, I used the wrong word. I don't want to. I
That's
don't
cold. That's
want to.
harsh. That's
Yeah,
harsh.
I don't want to. Like, are you going to the hospital? I'll take you to the hospital. If you're just going to like Ross Dress for Less to see what they have for, you know, underwear, you can do that on your own dime.
So you're saying they can make a list. Oh, here are the things I'll take you to, and that's it. You can't waver from the list. You
I
know,
like it.
make a list. The
Like we
airport,
said
the
a minute
hospital.
ago,
It could be a short list. I'll take you to the airport, the hospital, and a dog
airport,
park.
no. Airport is money. Airport is money. Airport is for spouses.
Oh, because it's far.
Immediate nuclear family. Airport sucks. A neighbor, LAX. I don't know. I don't
All
know
right,
where
so
these
not
people are.
LAX, but you could still add to the list. Trader Joe's, Gelson's, Ralph's, yes. You know, dog park,
Hospital.
yes.
Hospital. I
Hospital,
think it's
yes.
hospital only.
Or,
Hospital
or
only. Visibly, I want to see what's going on. I don't want you to say hospital, then you start to feel better as we get close to Whole Foods. And then I don't want any of that. I want to see blood or unconsciousness. Someone else tells me I should probably drag you to the hospital. Fine, I will.
okay,
But otherwise,
you're on your own.
just be firm. Like, I mean, are you afraid? Are you afraid the neighbor is gonna like throw rocks at your car or
No,
like damage your property? Like what's the holdback to being real? It's just it sounds like a very nice venter. We have a very nice venter, but I don't know, or have fun with it. Just be like, oh my God, I'm going to the hospital. I'm having a heart attack. Gotta go.
I'll see you in about a month.
Yeah. And then when you come home and they're like, oh my God,
Are
they
you
probably won't
okay?
even ask. They probably won't even ask. They probably
No,
just come out again next time.
no,
That's how those people are. They don't come up to you and ask, oh my God, what happened with your heart attack? They don't care.
no, Paul. She'll say, oh, well, while you're gone, can I borrow the car?
No, but you're taking the car to drive yourself to
Oh, and
be
leave it
checked out
there
for
at
your
the
heart attack.
hospital? Oh, okay.
Yeah, you're driving yourself. Sorry, I got to run. I can't take you anywhere. I'm having a heart attack right now. I have to drive to the hospital. Right, I have to go. Goodbye. And then like, oh my God. And then the next time they see you, either they ask about the heart attack, you're like, yeah, it all worked out. It was cool. Just indigestion. And then they're like, oh, well, can I have a ride? And you're like, well, no, but because I'm having another heart attack, but this one feels more real. So I shouldn't even be talking to you. I smell burnt toast. I have to go. I have to go right now. But maybe, I mean, because if this person feels like guilted to help, I mean, I don't know. This person's like in a wheelchair. Maybe they left that out. Maybe they got like one leg
I
or
know,
something.
we
You know what
don't
I mean?
know
Like,
enough. Yeah.
yeah. So if it's something like that where you feel guilty laying down the law, then come to a reasonable midpoint that you're okay with. And, like, all right, once a week, when I'm going to the store, I'll take you to the store. Do you want me to let you know when I'm going to Ralph's? I can do that.
I don't think we're getting anywhere with this vent. But we feel for you.
Just say
That's a
no.
pickle. Yeah.
Nancy Reagan's policy on drugs is the same as giving your neighbor a ride in 2025. Just say no.
Just say no. Yeah.
Just say no.
Keep us posted.
Just say, if you're on fire, I'll give you a ride to the fire station. But I got to see the flames.
Oh my God.
I got to see the flames. In fact, if you're on fire, I'll give you a ride wherever you want.
No, because then they'll ruin your car. You got to call the fire
No, you
department.
put it out before. You put it out before. We say that's the thing. It's like trick or treat. You got to do trick or treat. The treat is a ride. I have access to the treat. You got to do the trick. I want a cartwheel. I want a magic trick. I want a really good joke. Used to be ass, gas, or grass. No one rides for free. That was the old,
I remember that.
Right?
Yeah.
Right. So I'll be like, look, I'm not interested in your ass. I really don't smoke grass. I doubt you're paying for gas.
So get the hell out of here.
Trick or treat. I want a good trick. You better come up with some good tricks.
Well, Paul, I don't know. I guess I don't know what else to say, what else we can do, but other than
we did what we could. We did
what we could.
It's about standing up. A lot of this episode is also about standing up for yourself.
Yeah.
Talk to the in-laws. So talk to your husband. Don't go directly to the in-laws. Specifically, don't go directly. Talk to the husband and get him to stand up. You stand up with him and your relationship with him. He stands up to them, or he doesn't. The thing with the fish, you got to stand up to the person, speak. Maybe they don't know. And if they do, then they got to know that it annoys you and there's going to be repercussions. Stand up. But you got to do it with tact, some diplomacy. You don't just go in swinging. But you do, as Roosevelt said, speak softly, carry a big stick. Got to be ready.
You're you're into history today, Paul. We're getting a lot
today,
of quotes.
Today and today only. You know what? Because I ate fish and it's brain food. I heated some up before we.
I also want to always thank our tone deaf engineer, Gary.
Tone deaf engineer, brutal. Gold record wielding sound engineer, Gary.
And our slicer and dicer, Isabella, who edits our show. And I don't want to make a mistake on this. Our one and only, don't get in a verbal brawl with Paul. That's it, people. We are out of here.
Hey, just to close on that, I love that you did the strong credits. I love that you gave credit where credit was due. All people you mentioned are very strong members of this community and team. And there was no mention of Loretta because she doesn't exist. That's been a great episode, guys. That's been a great episode.
Bye.
Bye.